They announced the Oscar nominations this week. Wakanda Forever. And last Friday, Aviation's version of the Oscars, The Living Legends of Aviation, straight from the Beverly Hilton, the same place they do the Golden Globes.
Yes, they do. And Amazon's Jeff Bezos was inducted for his work on the Blue Origin commercial space system. During an onstage interview, Bezos said practice is key to successful space flights.
We are starting with suborbital tourism as our first mission for a couple of reasons, one of which is the frequency of that mission can be very high, and so we can practice a lot. And one of the really weird things about human beings is we get really good at anything we practice.
Speaking of practicing, musician and Beaver pilot Kenny G said it's taken him about 50 years of saxophone practice to start getting good.
I'm really humbled to be in the presence of such accomplished aviators. I want you to know how proud I am to be a pilot. It's got a lot of the same qualities that go into being a musician. You have to practice, you have to work hard, you can't buy it, it's hard earned, you have to be creative, you have to be able to improvise. And with music, you know, when you're in the sky and you got that freedom, it's like playing a jazz improvisation solo. It's kind of the same feeling.
But the surprise of the evening was Harrison Ford presenting his Aviation Legacy Award to aerobatic pilot Sean D. Tucker for his work in starting the Bob Hoover Academy.
What we have, this metaphor, this magic called flight, and I've proven it now. I've been on this project for 6 years, and I'm taking kids who are hopeless. Their dreams are dead on arrival. Manny was my first solo student. They gave the system. He was dead on arrival, no hope. System gave up on him. His brother's in prison for murdering the guy who murdered his other brother. It's just ugly, and he's scary. You look him in the eye the first time I met him, and I thought he could do me. And that's scary. After 2 hours in my hangar, he's a kid again. Every single one of my kids I get, they're dead on arrival. And every single one of the kids I get are graduating from high school. Every single one of the kids I get. And this metaphor is so important because we're giving them hope. We're giving them hope. And Mr. Raisback, right here in this room, told me, he said, Sean, it doesn't matter how rich you are, how famous you are, you're not relevant unless you're giving back. And we have such a powerful tool. People in this room, we have such a powerful tool. And it doesn't matter if you're black, if you're white, you're rich or poor, your dreams are relevant and valid in America. And what we have from this magic called flight, we're building self-esteem in these young people. We're building, allowing them to believe in themselves, to believe in something for the first time in their life, and it changes them, and it makes them citizens, and it makes them proud.
So Sean got really emotional. It's a great program that he's got going out there for the kids, but I got to tell you, Kenny G stole the show.
Really?
He was very funny and just a little risque, and not what you expect from somebody who like Kenny G. But he's a very active pilot and really enjoys his airplane. His son's learning to fly using the same instructor that Kenny G used 30 years ago.
Oh,
he was
wow.
flying, so.
Wow, sounds like it was a great night.
It was a fun night.